Okay. Ha! The halving time of the group is 1 week. Okay. Anyway, so welcome back to the innovation project. Actually, what we could discuss at some point today that was, do we actually need much of these sessions? Next week maybe, but the following week, in any case, I will be out of office, so we don't have any session there. And in principle, you should be working on your innovation projects on the groups you are appointed or moving into, or making the project instead of sitting here. Okay, so anyways, let me go through this web page just for fun, since I made some editing, like I have a couple of more assignments. They were published today. Oh, first answer is already there. Excellent. So project plan. So that is an individual exercise, meaning you work on the project plan as a part of your group, and then just you need to return your copy of that one. That's just for to make it easier to do the bookkeeping, since some of you are on this Minno project, some of you are working on your own project, and somebody will be moving into some real project on a workplace. So it's much easier for me to mark the check list done, project plan done. Okay, and deadline is this week, unless of course you are on a group which is not done it yet, or you don't have enough of information yet. For example, you are starting on a company and they had the project plan there, but you don't know about it yet. Okay. By the way, if you use anything which has which requires NDA for the readers, I have been signing those with companies that the non-disclosure agreements on whatever they are disclosing to me. For example, since this project plan, the only person who can read the answer is me, nobody else. Okay. Next week assignment. Okay, 16th of September is Sunday next week or something like that? Oh no, it's Monday next week. Yeah, following week Monday. Generating, evaluating ideas. There is an assignment for that one. And it's a good point to take a look at what kind of, say, innovation tools there are, the idea generation, meaning brainstorming, different ways. There are different ways that fit different situations. There are some of these innovation methods or the brainstorming methods are designed for big groups. I have been once in the Finlandia House, where we had something like 300 participants on that kind of brainstorming the session, and we used the word cafe kind of brainstorming method. It was quite, say, delightful. It didn't leave me any permanent scars, so it was okay. Then the third one, what I have put this far, they will be, say, less than 10, maximum 10 assignments, small assignments. And then the third one, I promised last week to punish you about not studying the video. So introductory video presentation. You need to be able to make a short presentation. This is kind of elevator talk. How to get anyone interested on what you are doing. Okay, that kind of short video. Making 3-minute video takes about 3 hours. So you just need to take the time, do a quick plan. So basically shorter time you have, more time you need to put on preparation. Okay, and then there will be some other ones, but each one of these basically should help you on your project. So they are not just for fun or to amuse me or give you more work, but this should actually help you kind of see what the project is all about. Okay. Yeah, and these about less than 10 exercises will be 20% of the grade. So if you are willing to aim only at grade 4, be my guest, you do not have to return anything. But it means that your project should be then absolutely brilliant and everything done well. You probably would need to do these exercises in any case. Okay. So basically all of those the exercises I give here, you should at some form, they should also appear on your project, the report. I will give you more instruction about the project report later, but one instruction I can give you now. If you want to start writing the report now, it's not a bad idea, since at the same time I think you are taking these methodology studies, or the other one is this English classes, project communication, whatever that was, academic English and project communication skills. Yes, there's exercises, yes. Yeah, exactly. I know, it's called engineering. What? Why? What kind of project is this? Oh, that's different. That's different. Yeah, 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 that's different. So you will be reporting whatever project you are doing as your innovation project here. If you have the same assignment on some other course, sure, but please just let me know if it's used on somewhere else too. But yeah, if you do a project, actually in any working environment, if you do a project and do not document it, you didn't do project. And on the next employment negotiations, YT-neuvottelut, you'll be asked, okay, what is your value for the company? This one shows, nothing. Okay, so project means, in professional terms, it means also document. It doesn't need to be long. The project report for this innovation project, most important part on the documentation side is that you will practice using this Metropolia field of technology template for writing thesis. Okay, so it has a meaning. So every single exercise, including the return in the project, has a meaning. I'm not here for the fun. Well, that too, but not totally, for the fun of the or love for the science. Okay, good. So yeah, project plan, generating and evaluating ideas, introductory video, and if you want to have a sneak peek what else there might be, I will be actually. This is the list of things what you would be doing on these Minno projects. So they will be more or less they are following these the plan, what is needed. So there will be also an exercise on prototyping. uh, and then some other stuff. Plus, okay, in Finnish Minno projects, there's so-called toolbox. I will add a couple of those things from the toolbox here. Okay, let me open the contents of the toolbox here, since basically I think it's here. It's in Finnish, sorry about that one. No, it's not the toolbox. This is okay. Sorry, this is a big mess. Where did I find them? Well, this, yeah, it was the same. So basically, it's these required exercises that have been, decided that we will use these exercises as a common platform. In addition, or actually supporting these, there are also some of these so-called tools. Tools that are useful. One of the tool is basically about course content. Yeah, prototyping. So I was thinking that today I might actually go through some of the theory on fast prototyping in kind of general way. I have no idea how much you have actually done, say, systematic prototyping. I have been doing it for 50 years and plus. I never finish anything products, but I do a lot of prototypes, yes. Okay, good. But anyways, there will be more exercises than just these or assignments. I will try to fix them by the end of next week. Normally this would be done, but this year it's working with these teachers from other disciplines. It could go smoother, but just like you who are working on these multidisciplinary innovation project teams, well, it's not easy. I'm not saying it would be easy. Nobody says it's easy, but that's the way. Basically, if you are any other than IT company, that's the way things just are. You are working with, not only with the fellow engineers there, but with all sorts of people from other disciplines. Okay, when I was in company, that's more than about 20 years ago. But I was working Vaisala, so doing meteorological instruments, and I was on the basically on developing these future instruments. What you can now see some of those parts on the, for example, on the these autonomous weather stations, that kind of stuff. Some sensors. But anyways, 20 years back, even then, in Vaisala there were three kinds of people, or three kinds of disciplines basically. At that time, there were engineers, which you can divide roughly. At that time, you could divide those roughly into three categories: mechanical engineers, because they do tangible products. They use iron, aluminum, that kind of stuff. Then they have software engineers, and that time they had basically just embedded software engineers, and then they had the electronics engineers. So one type was engineer, and then there was the sales people. Okay, now how to sell a technical product? You don't go and just hire some person with the MBA in MBA, so Master of Business Administration, and just say, oh, go and start selling these products. No, it's basically a close cooperation between the engineering teams. So if needed, and yes, they always needed some help from these engineers to support their sales events. Okay, that way. And then there were also, the administration stuff, which makes sure that everything worked. So roughly 3 categories. Now there's just more different, more on this discipline of people. So there are arts people, because they have noticed that if you make a white box, it doesn't sell. You need to also have some sort of, nice looking form and shape, stuff like that. They have actually even then they had quite many physicists there, because they are doing high-tech instruments. You need to know the atmospheric physics, where you put it, that kind of stuff. So you will be working on a multidisciplinary team. Good. That was a long speech. So, quick look at the generating and evaluating ideas section. Simple assignment, short report, emphasis on short, and what the report should include. Basically, there are some links to different kind of the brainstorming, the methods. What you need to do is first take a look at the different methods and think what is basically looks like the best method for this case. You can also try some others, since usually these methods are say rapid methods, meaning that usually it takes from 1 hour to 3 hours maximum to generate ideas using those methods. Since the first space, throwing out ideas, should be fast. Okay. But basically, just take a look at the methods, what they are about, and then pick one and use that one to generate to at least 25 ideas associated with the project. If you don't find 25 ideas, you need more people. Okay, and there the classical brainstorming works well, except that for engineers or engineering students, it's hard. Since first you throw an idea or collect ideas. Do not shoot them down yet. That's the hard part. Just getting so-called crazy ideas. You collect first the crazy ideas, all the ideas, whatever the idea is. That's a good idea at that point. The next step is actually start looking at those critically and find a metric to somehow put those on the in order. So which 5 ideas were the best ones, and then basically analyze them a little bit further. Okay. So, or basically the analysis and then selection. Yes. So first just ideas go out, and then you start giving points. So that's the critical part, and then just analysis. Give points to these different ideas, and there are different kind of ways you can do it. For example, have a table of ideas, and then just everyone goes and marks 2 or 3. Give stars, and then you have the most popular ideas. Okay, and yeah, 5 best ideas and justify why did you pick that one. So report should be simply which method you use to generating ideas and evaluation. Why did you select this method and how? So this is basically why you think this is the best right here. In this case, how did you implement the method in practice? Meaning that okay, well, in some methods, basically there are roles, different roles, like the Disney method was. One is the dreamer, another one is a realistic, and one is critic. So basically, you have different roles for each, and when you throw out ideas, then you start looking at with the different kind of colored classes. Yeah, that kind of thing. But anyways, so yeah, which roles? And then of course the 25 ideas where you started and 5 best ideas justified. Okay, good. Have you done any brainstorming sessions in any of the classes? Okay, done. Oh, okay. How about the others? Okay, okay. Yes. Yes, games definitely on any game engineering the 101 class definitely. How about others? Any friends? Okay, then you know somewhat what it's all about. Okay, but let's take a quick look at brainstorming. Well, it's funny. Basically, I couldn't find a good translation to the Finnish word this time, but the Finnish word actually is. Let's see what it was. Is ideointi. Yeah, exactly. Aivo Myrsky, but that's brainstorm. Or Aivo Riihi is also brainstorm. So I started looking at the a little bit closer. Yeah, it's not really well defined word in overall. So in general, I would say it's safe to say about brainstorming methods. And in general, there are a couple of the well, a couple of example links. I Google it. You are younger than me. You should be able to do much better. Yeah. See, now the pressure starts to build. And sorry, I didn't want to put those as links, so you need to copy paste those links. Just a quick. All right, I will just change that view. Okay, there we go. So 7 techniques for more effective brainstorming. That's one source. And okay, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Some ideas. Okay, all of these actually work in some environments. So brainwriting explained here. So classical brainstorming thing actually. You generate ideas and then analyze them later. Okay. Then there is a role for at least one person. One of these group members should be a team leader. Okay, that's a good idea. So team leader is a facilitator. And okay, team leader actually says a topic, and then team members start writing their uh, ideas down individually at first. So if you start discussing about, I have this great idea, then you immediately have a discussion. Oh, that's bollocks. I have much better idea, and the other one says, oh yes, that's excellent. I can actually fine tune it a little bit. Okay, when you're generating ideas, that's the phase two. And if you have after the first opening of the mouth, you already have fixed into the discussion. You lost the generation part. So basically, that's when you are thinking by yourself. You basically just put the real ideas there, and don't have any. Yes, it says anchoring bias. Yes, you don't put the anchor anywhere. And okay, and also everyone has their say because they are first writing it down, and then later on, yeah, individually done this one. So okay, you can generate concept that may not. Okay, well, does it actually say more closely how this goes? Not really, but yes. Okay, so you first collect the ideas, then you share them and start discussing. Yeah. Good idea. It adds some democracy into the group decision. Figure storming. Okay, that's also something. It's online brains. No, name. Rapid ideation. That's awful word. Ideation. It sounds so much better in Finnish. Ideon. Finnish is so beautiful language. Okay. Yep. Round robin. Yep. Round robin meaning, well, robin, I think it's related to the bird that goes tick, tim, tim, jump, jump. Robin is rastas. Jumps from one place to another one, and basically everyone has their say on time. Nobody's. It's say verbal version of this first one. You collect ideas from each member. Oh, starbursting. Yes. Step ladder. Okay. And that was just one of those places you can find about brainstorming in general. Okay, Word Cafe. In Finland, actually, and in some European countries, in education, they're calling this a learning cafe, but the method itself is called Word Cafe. Works excellently in big groups, like hundreds of people on one place. Basically, what you do is you kind of combine make small tables so that the people can share ideas in small groups, and then you start circulating people and changing the tables and doing coffee table discussions. The hard part is for this one is the facilitator must actually have the stopwatch. You know what happens on the cafeteria, or there are some tables that keep going and going and going on small details. Another one they scatter around since they have drinking coffee, and that's it. That will be the table for Finns. And some tables are just continuing, you know, that discussion, meaning that they are Swedish. Great. Germans are always on time, right? And the loudest table, you know what? Yeah, that will be the American table. Okay. Then there's method called five whys or 5 times why. So basically, it's more about evaluating an idea of asking 5 questions related to this project. 6 thinking hats. Oh, right. Read the manual. I kind of, let's see, was this a good link? Crazy 8 brainstorming session. A nice description how it actually goes. Fast sketching exercise. To sketch 8 ideas in 8 minutes. Works pretty well if all the people are kind of visual thinkers. Then sketching is easy. Not necessarily good for engineering. But again, not necessarily means that, okay, it might actually work pretty well. And I would guess that in game world, game development, that's used. That is a technology what you can use there. One of my personal favorites is this storyboarding, not snowboarding. Sorry. Typo. Storyboarding, meaning that you will make this idea as a story. If this was a social innovation or such, storyboard would actually work there pretty well. It's easy way to tell for example, your customer or the stakeholder of the project what your innovation is all about. Let's see examples. Yeah, storyboarding, for example, how a drone could help locating a person who has kind of lost the orientation, meaning that the person is not, it's not a missing person, but the person does not know how to go home anymore. You know what I mean. I'm talking about the memory challenged people who are still living on the home. So basically, how about having a technology that even say a memory impaired person can use, maybe a wearable electronics with GPS, and then making a sketch or a cartoon. Okay, this is the person lost in 200 meters from home, and okay, we have this drone that goes automatically and checks if that person is okay. If it's just drinking coffee from thermos can, then fine, or something else, then But if that person actually looks really being in trouble, then call some help. Excellent way to visualize it for the stakeholders to make a cartoon kind of storyboard. Yep. Then okay, there's also reverse brainstorming. Take a look at that one on the internet. That's pretty, I would say, for some reason we are living in an age that doing everything correctly or right is not the most important thing anymore. Uh, Doing it different way seems to be a little bit more popular nowadays. Just like, Brexit. Yeah, they want to do everything a little bit different way. I mean, totally everything. Uh, so the same thing here. The brainstorming. If you do a lot of brainstorming sessions, at some point you kind of get um, too comfortable on those. One idea of having, or one thing that prevents giving your brains freedom to start thinking is that you are too comfortable. Okay, this actually is hard coded in our DNA. People in general works better under small stress. If it's nice and cozy, okay, then there's no need to do anything. You can relax. That's what our body actually is telling us. These are these, you know, four hormones that actually affect on your mental thing. This is EDSO, endorphin, dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin. Okay, it's all chemical, so it means that if you have done your, say, 26th classical brainstorming session in a week, you might want to actually try something else. For example, reverse brainstorming. It's doing basically brainstorming but different angle. Okay, and then some. So these are methods for and to generate ideas and also how to evaluate them. Uh, Take a look at those and okay, try to find some more. And for this exercise, you then think of okay, which of one of these methods actually work. I would say that those massive methods like this Word Cafe or 8x8, they require more people. You are working on small groups, so use a brainstorming method that works on small groups. Good. And this assignment, as I said, it's a individual assignment, but okay, you can have exactly the same answer as others on the same group. So one report, but you need to return it individually. That's for bookkeeping, nothing more. And you get, this is pass fail. Fail means you didn't really do it. Empty sheet. Hmm? Only report. A maximum 4. Maximum. Yeah, it's 20. It's not that bad. But it means that there's no error margin there. It needs to be perfect 5 on that for that part. Yeah. Life is a bitch. It's not a bad part. And okay, you are working yourself, but take a look. Okay, now let's take a look at this one since we started discussing. Let's see, where is the yeah. Yeah, I know, but this actually help you doing the project itself for the top grade. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, yeah, yes. So step by step, step by step. Okay, remember I think I already told you about, for example, project plan. This is always on the beginning of the project, and you do not know yet what the project is all about. That's the current situation of your plan. You edit it accordingly when you know more. But on the beginning, if you do not have plan, you do not have funding. Research world is quite straightforward. You need to have a good concrete project proposal. Same thing goes with the internal review process on any company. There's this technology reviews. When I was in Vaisala, there was technology reviews at least 3, and then there was business reviews at least 3 times before this project went to this the development, the product development cycle. Okay, so you will be product developers most probably, if you're lucky. Yeah. So okay, you need to at some point start planning, and this is a safe environment. I'm not looking at what's exactly inside of your plan. I'm not comparing if it's even close to what the outcome is, because I have been on the real work. It doesn't work that way. But you must have a plan that you can actually. It's like a explanation that okay, your reason to be there. Yes, a question. No. It just lives along. The final plan you just basically if it's done, say the minimum energy principle, which is excellent principle. Yeah. So when you start with the plan, you actually at some point change the title as draft of report and change the contents of it. And at the end, you just wipe out the draft. So it's a document version control. Similar way as you do the this agenda for the meeting. How do you make a memo of the meeting? You copy the agenda to your new file and then change the title agenda to memo. Put dates. Yes. That's how an effective meeting is done and reported. And what is the worst enemy of good enough? Perfect. If you shoot for perfection, it's never good enough. Right. So think of that one. Don't take the assignment seriously since you're learning. This is your first time you are doing it. Yes. Everyone has a first time. And as I said, this is safe environment to do it. If there are really bad things about it, yes, you will get feedback. But this is still pass-fail type. So you get either 1 or 0 points. 0 meaning you didn't try. So if there are something that I see, okay, this could be improved, I will give you feedback on those. Yeah. Okay. Does it ease up your mind now? Hopefully. In your case, what you need is actually somebody to work with on this one. So you need a holder. Have you talked with Keijo? Okay. Good. So he's your client. Excellent. Start planning everything based on that one. So meetings and questions and also show your client or stakeholder your plan. Yes. Excellent. Yeah. No, this will be fun. It'll be fun. After this one, you will be ready to your first real project on real world. I learned this hard way, how to do industrial projects when I was in Vaisala. My first project. That was a learning environment with, well, it was not safe environment to do mistakes. So I learned it hard way. But on the other hand, everyone else on that same environment knew that, okay, ha, freshman. Yeah, I got my share, so to speak. Okay, what else? Yeah, so basically project plan this week, then generate and evaluate ideas. So that's we do next week or well over the weekend on Monday. Introductory video, meaning the kind of elevator talk. I know you have been discussing with Keijo. Think it now over and think that if it was your first discussion with your potential stakeholder, how do you sell your idea? Okay, do you have that one? Do you make video? Oh, okay. Uh, yeah, yeah. Okay, good, good. Hey, pitching yes, yes, the business idea. Good. Uh, Tape that one with your mobile phone or ask a friend. If you don't have friend, this is a good time to get friend. Yeah, that's how easy it is. When you are talking to this audience, you do not even notice that there's a camera in the room. Hmm? Oh yeah, in that case, basically, you're the part of it. Yes. Yeah, I know, but I need this one to market. uh, okay, let me see. I can actually I should edit it a little bit. Video presentation. Oh yeah. Oh yes, I need to edit this one since the returns. I just changed the returns so that I can. I'm the only one who will see the video returns. So they are not spreading anywhere except you want them to be spread somewhere. And another thing, introductory video. I think you can also let me. Oh, yep. Yes. Yes. So this is more or less like technical thing. Yep. And actually, well, I'm saying here the download it to the YouTube. I cannot actually force you to use the so. Hmm? Yeah. Yeah. It can be also American. Sorry. I have so many funny stories about that. Um, I think you can also now. I don't exactly know if attachments. I think you can actually add an attachment on the of this OMA returns, right? Is there a limit? Oops. Well, make sure if it hits the limits, it then must be shorter. Yes, yes, yes. Just actually, you can go down a lot with the quality and still see what is going on. Usually it's the audible part is the say most important part. The visual is more like just having some nice pictures to look at. Okay, yeah. Um, Now it's about time for the break, 50 minutes break. When we come back, and I will talk a few words about the rapid prototyping.